Hi there, my name is Ferdy Korpshoek for WordPressKing.com, and in this video I will show you how to create a beautiful WordPress website. I go to ferdytalks.com. This is the website we are going to make, and this website is about my knowledge that I want to share with the world through tutorials and blog posts. So over here I have my logo, a really clean menu with an about page, videos page, portfolio, store, blog and contact. And over here I have my call to action. Clone yourself in Photoshop, this picture, and if people want to see this tutorial, they click over here and they go directly to the video. I will show you how you can do that. I can also have a call to action with a video like this. How to blog a website. I like it like this is. I scroll down and what will you see? My logo gets a color, which I really like. The menu is sticking over here. Here you see my most recent videos, how to format your external hard drive. You can click on it and then you go to that video. A really nice background over here, which is parallax with a quote. My goal with ferdytalks.com is to learn as much as possible and share my knowledge the best way possible. And here I have my most recent blog posts. If I hover over it, the title disappears and you see as many things in his heart. So I can click here and then I go to the blog post. I will show you how to create a blog post like this, how to get these images for free, and how to optimize your blog post for Google. Here at the right we have a sidebar with the most recent posts, most recent videos and a Facebook like box. If I go back to the home page and I scroll down, you see some widgets over here, Ferdy Talks, a like us on Facebook widget and a most recent videos widget. Here Ferdy Talks 2016, some social media icons, and if I click here I go up again. I go to the about page. And what I really like about this theme is that you can work with the advanced layout editor. In my opinion, the best editor there is at the moment. And here is some text about me, a picture. If I hover over it, it zooms in a little bit. Here again, if you take a good look, you see that the background is sticky over here. And here it comes back, the background. And again, a quote. Here you can show people who you are working for or where your tutorials are about. You can have some skill bars, teaching other people, Photoshop, photography. You can have a font awesome icon before it. You can have some testimonials. I will show you all these things, how you can make that. And those widgets over here, they're on every page. Then I go to the videos. Because I'm making tutorials, I want to have a video archive. Here I see my most recent videos. And here I see my most recent videos in a different way. If I click on one, you will see ferdytalks.com/video/how to install Adobe Encore with Creative Cloud. So I optimized the website for Google. Here I can play the video, see some other tutorials, or press this button and go to the next one. Really nice and clean navigation over here. Then I go to Portfolio, a really nice way to showcase the things you have made. In my case, films, photography and web design. And if I say films, you will see only the films. If I say photography, you will only see the photography portfolio items. And if I click on one, you can showcase your pictures really nice, like this. If I click on it, you can toggle between the pictures. What else? I want to make a store, but the store will be made in a different video. And I want to show you how to create a blog with different categories, blog, self-improvement. Here you see the most recent blog posts. Again, like us on Facebook. You can have a read more tag. I want to read more. And here we are again at the blog posts. Also here you can click and go to a different blog post. And as I said, I will show you how to optimize this for Google. Below the post, people can leave a reply like this. And then we have our contact page with a nice form. I will show you how to make that with a sidebar with some information about my company. And again, like us on Facebook. So this is the website we are going to make. If you go to WordPressKing.com and you go to Themes, Unfold, and see a demo, you click here. remove this frame. We can choose a demo. If I hold Command and click, you see them all opening in a new tab. And here you can see what the possibilities are with this Enfold theme. This is possible. A website like this seems to be a one-page website. But also this one, different look and feel. It looks really nice. You can go up again. Or the Enfold shop demo, like this. If I go to shop, it looks beautiful. So there are so many options with the Enfold theme. So let's close this and let's get started. I think it's fair to give you an overview of what we are going to do in this tutorial. What we are not going to do is spend thousands of dollars to a web developer to make the website for you, but there are some small costs involved in making a website like this. First, we need a domain name. What is a domain name? A domain name is a web address, something like facebook.com or microsoft.com or apple.com. It's the address that if people type it in, they come to your website. A domain name costs around $12 a year. The second thing we need is web hosting. What is web hosting? Basically, it's a really fast and secured computer that holds all the data of your website. The text, the content, the images. Web hosting costs around $10 a month. The third thing we need to install WordPress. WordPress is free. It's a great tool to build beautiful websites. There are really big companies in the world that make their website with WordPress. And the fourth thing you need is the Enfold theme. It costs around $59 for once. I know it costs money, we don't want to spend money, but what you get for it is much more valuable than the price you pay for it. You can get a really nice website with it. And the fifth thing you need is to create your website. This costs nothing because I will show you step by step how you can do that yourself. So everything you need to spend in this course is $72. And if you do that, then you will have a website with a value of thousands of dollars. So let's dive right into it. In order to get a domain name and web hosting, go to hostgatordc.com and press enter. And here we are at HostGator. It's one of the biggest web hosting companies in the world. I host all my websites here and they are doing great. You have 24/7 support, also with chat. The uptime is 99.9%, which is important to me. And if you really don't like the service somehow, then you have a 45-day money back guarantee. So if you want to get a domain name and web hosting, go here to web hosting and click over here. Scroll down and here you see 3 plans. The first one is the business plan. We don't use it. The first one is the business plan. We don't use it. You pay too much for what you need. Where we are going to look at is the Hatchling plan and the baby plan. If you're starting with one website, then you have to go for the Hatchling plan. But if you are planning to have more websites, then the baby plan is a great plan. But you can always upgrade, so if this is your first website, then you can go for the Hatchling plan. Sign up now. And here we can register a new domain name. If you say Facebook, you click over here, then it will say Facebook is already taken. So I want to go for a unique domain name. In my case, it is 30 Talks. So I click here and it says it is available. I also can add .club.site, but I only want .com. So I scroll down. I can have domain privacy protection. I don't need it. So I'll deselect this. Here we can choose the package type. We already did. It's the Hatchling plan. And the billing cycle, you can pay for 36 months and you get quite some discount, but then you're stuck to 36 months. If you for some reason want to quit after 2 months and you have 36 months, then you can't do that. So I choose for 1 month at a time and I can give some special discount for this option. And I have to fill in a username over here. It is 3030. Security pin 1, 2, 3, 4. And here I have to fill in some details. First name, last name. And you can fill this in all by yourself. So I skip this part. You can choose to pay with credit card or with PayPal. If you choose PayPal, then you can pay after you confirmed everything. And if you use credit card, then you can fill in your details over here. Account use can be individual, business or charity. In my case, it is business. My business name, my VAT registration number. For additional services, I don't need them. You can always upgrade later, but if you're starting with a new website, you don't need all of this. So that's okay. Here you see a coupon code which gives you some discount, but I can give you even more discount. Right now it's $23.90. And if you type in WordPress King and validate it, you will pay only $15.95. And there's a chance there's even more discount. It depends on the time. But if you press WordPress King, you will get some discount. And if you use this coupon code, it gives me a small commission, which helped me to continue to make these tutorials. So thank you for using this coupon code. It helps me a lot. I scroll down and I have read and agreed to the terms of service and I check out now. Thank you for your order. Now you want to check your email, so go to your email address. I go to mine, wordpressking.com/roundcube. I log in with my email address I used at HostGator. And here it is, hostgator.com, your account info. I click on it and I need to go to the control panel. So I click over here. I grab my username, 3030. I paste it and I grab my password. I copy it and I paste it and I say login. Now I want to install WordPress. How can you do that? Over here, get started with WordPress today, or you scroll down to software and services and say quick install. I click here. And here I can install WordPress with a few clicks. So I scroll down. I can click here on install WordPress, or over here I go to WordPress and install WordPress for free and click on this button over here, install WordPress. You have to select your domain. Mine is 30talks and I can install my website on 30talks.com/new. But I don't want it. I want to install it in the root at 30talks.com. So I leave this empty. My admin email will be website@wordpressking.com. My blog title is 30 Talks, No House and Reviews. My username will be 30 Corp, my first name and my last name. And now I install WordPress. I remove this. Your install is running. Your install is complete. Click here to view your notifications. So I'm going to click here to view my credentials. And over here I can go to my admin area. I press Command or Control on the PC and click on the link. And what do you see? 30talks.com/WP admin is not available. Why is that? It takes between 20 minutes and 2 hours before your domain gets active. So I will be back and I will let you know how long it took for me to get to see the website online. So let's try again. Yes, it is working. My site is live right now. So I go and grab my username and password over here in my email. My username. I copy this, Command C, Command V, and my password. I copy this. I paste it and I say login. This is the backend of my website. And from this place we are going to create our whole website. Let's take a look at our website. We can click here and if you press Command or Control on a PC, then you open the website in a new tab. And this is our website right now. This is what people will see. when they visit ferdytalks.com. So let's turn this into a beautiful website. If I go back to the backend, I can close this tab. Then we have the backend and we have the front end. I like it when things are clean. Also with my WordPress website, I want the backend to be clean. I don't think this is clean. I think this is messy. So I want to do a few things on the backend to make everything more beautiful. The first thing I want to do, I want to work on my URL. This over here, hello world, is a sample blog post. If I click over here, you will see ferdytalks.com/index.php 2016 and the 21st of June. Hello world. I don't like this way of showing things, and we want to make a website that is attractive for Google. So the first thing I want to do, I want to change the URL settings. So I go to the backend over here and I go to settings, and over here permalinks. And as you see, you can change some things over here. If I say plain and I save it and I click here on the logo, I go to the homepage again, and if I click on hello world, you will see ferdytalks.com/this. I don't want that. I want to make a beautiful permalink structure. So I click here on custom structure, and you can copy this, what I'm going to write in the description of the video, /person sign, category, person sign, /person sign, post name, person sign, /. You can copy and paste this. What it does, when you go to Ferdycorp, you will see a category in the blog post, and then you will see the name of the blog post. So if I save it, and I go to the homepage by clicking this title here, and I click on the link, you'll see ferdytalks.com/uncategorized/hello world. If you go over here to posts, you go to categories, you'll see there's a category which is called uncategorized. And if I click on it, I can change it. So I change it to blog. Over here in small capitals, blog. This is what you will see over here. So if I save it and update it, and I go back to the homepage, and I go to the hello world post, you will see ferdytalks.com/hello world. So this is nice for Google. I want to start that way. Then I go back to the backend, to the dashboard over here. That's an overview like this. And in my case, it's really messy. So I want to delete some things. I want to delete the sample post and the sample page. I press Command, or on a PC, Control on post and on page. I'm going to delete them over here. So I hover over hello world, say trash, go to pages. Here I say trash and trash. I go back to posts, to trash over here. And I can do two things, or I say empty the trash, or I go to hello world and say delete permanently. Here I say empty trash. And at pages, I go to trash. And I can say delete permanently and delete permanently. I close this tab and I close this tab. I go to the dashboard, refresh. Now I want to go to plugins. When you install WordPress through HostGator, it comes with a few plugins. But I don't need those plugins. We need Akismet, I will explain later. This one I don't need, so I say deactivate. And all the other ones, Mojo Marketplace, I don't need it, so I say deactivate. And Ninja Forms, I say deactivate. I no longer need the plugin. And what I can do now, I can say delete over here, but I also can do a bulk action. So I select them all and then uncheck Akismet. We don't need Hello Dolly, we don't need Jetpack, we don't need any of this. We want to start clean, fresh, bulk action, delete, and apply. Yes, delete these files and data. So we only have this one. I go to the dashboard again, and what do I see? It's a lot cleaner. I dismiss this message and I collapse everything like this. First it was like this, and now it's like this. I like that a lot more. If I go to Hello World, it says it's written by Ferdycorp, and also over here it says Ferdycorp. So what I can do, over here I go to edit my profile, or I go to users, your profile, and then I can change some things. You can change the admin color scheme like this. I like it as this by default. Scroll down, and what I want to do, I want to add my first name, Ferdy, my second name, Corpushoek, and then say display name publicity as Ferdy Corpushoek. If I save it, then take a look over here. Update. You see my full name over here. I want to change one more thing. I had a very difficult password. So I go to new password, generate password, and I want to choose my own one. I confirm use of a weak password. I update my profile. And right now, if I want to log out, I say log out. And if I want to log in again, it says it's not possible because I changed my password. So I type in my new password, I log in, and now it's very clean. So what I want to do now, I want to create a menu with pages. If I want to add pages to my WordPress website, I can click here on new and click on page, or I go to pages, add new, or I click on pages and here add new. I also can do this from the front end. Here I can click on new, but for now I close this one and I can add my own page over here. The first page I want is an overview page. It's called the home page. What I want to do now, I only want to add pages and publish them. So I made a title and I say publish. And since we optimized our website for Google a little bit with the URLs, you see ferdytalks.com/home. If this will be the home page, then you will find this page at ferdytalks.com. I add a new page over here and I call this about. It's about me, it's about the vision I have for the website, and I publish it. I want to make reviews of products and I want to make know-how videos, tutorials, how to make a website, how to use Facebook, etc. So I'm going to add a new page and it's called reviews. I publish it and the reviews page will show the latest reviews I made. But maybe I want to make subcategories for this. So I want to have reviews, but I want to have camera reviews, but also software reviews. So I add a new page and call this cameras. And what I want to do, I want to give it a parent. So I want to have reviews, but I also want to have camera reviews. So I say here at parent, the reviews page must be the parent. So I publish it, and what you will see, that this page will show on ferdytalks.com/reviews/cameras. That's really nice for Google. So I could add more subcategories under reviews, but for now I leave it as it is. I say add a new page and it's called Know House. Publish it. And here I want to have a subcategory also. Add a new page and this will be software know-hows, how to work with certain kinds of software. The parent will be know-hows. I publish it. And the second subcategory, computers, parent, know-hows, and if I publish it, you will see ferdytalks.com/know-hows/computers. I add a new page. It's called store. That's for another tutorial. I'm going to show you how to create a store and sell Amazon products on it. You can find it over here. publish, add new, and I want to add a blog page, so I call this blog. And the latest one will be a contact page. Contact. So I publish this. When I take a look at the website, you see no menu. So I want to create a menu. I go to the backend. I go to Appearance, Menus. And first I have to create a menu and then I have to add pages to it. So I call this menu main_menu. You can give it your own name. I like it this way. And I say create a menu. Now I can go to the most recent pages, or I say view all, and I want to select them all and add them to the menu. What you will see is a homepage called custom link. I don't like that one, so I remove that one. And if I save this and I refresh the homepage, you still see nothing because we have to assign the menu. To a certain place in the website. So I go to the backend, I scroll down, and over here, menu settings, theme locations, primary menu, and social links menu. So the menu will appear on two places in the website. I will show you. Save the menu. It will probably be shown here, like this. And if I scroll down, it will also be shown over here. But I don't like this at all. So I scroll down here, remove it from the social links menu. It are not social links, so it should not be on the social links menu. But what I see, I don't like the order. So I'm going to change the order of the menu. The homepage, I can click on it and drag it while I'm holding the mouse like this and release it. Home, about, reviews, know hows, the store, blog, and contact. I save it, and if I refresh it over here, you'll see home, about, reviews, know how, store, blog, contact. But I also have these pages which are sub-pages of reviews and know hows. So I go back to the menu, I scroll down, and I can drag them beneath reviews and know hows. So I select cameras, I can drag them below reviews, but if I go to the right, you see a tab over here. Now it's a sub-item. I can also do that with software under know hows and computers under know hows. I save the menu, and if we refresh it, you see an arrow down over here, and if I hover over it, you see cameras, and over here, know hows, software and computers. We can even take it a step further. I could say below camera, I want a sub-item software, and below software, I want a sub-item computers. I save the menu, refresh the page. Now if I hover over reviews, you see cameras, and the sub-item is also something else. You see, I can't even see that. That's the limitation of a free WordPress theme, but there are a lot of subcategories. I don't need that, so for now I will remove them, but I just wanted you to show what is possible. So software goes back to know hows, like this, and computers to the left. I save it, and now we have the menu like this. This is a free website so far, but I don't like this at all. You know, there are companies like Apple who spend millions to get a really optimized website that will sell. So we should take a look at these websites. Also Uber.com, for instance. And you see, we have a logo here, a menu over here. It's really clean. Also here, logo, menu, call to action. Here a call to action. So this is the kind of website we want to make. In order to do that, we need to buy a premium theme. And I've used a lot of themes and I really fell in love with the Enfold theme. So in order to get this theme, go to a new tab, WordPressKing.com. Go to themes. And here it is, the Enfold theme. I click on it. You can see more details or view the demo. It's looking really nice. You can even select certain demos over here. So for instance, this one. As you see, a logo, a menu, call to action, call to action. The Enfold theme helps you to display everything on your website really clean and beautiful. Look at this. It's so professional, and that's what I love about the theme, and it's also really user-friendly. But you will find out for yourself how great this theme is. I close this tab and I go to more details here at WordPressKing.com, and here it is, the Enfold Responsive Multi-Purpose Theme. It's the best rated theme on ThemeForest, and I want to add it to cart over here. I go to the checkout. Yes, no, extend support. I check it out. And here we have to create an account and fill in some details, my first name, last name and email. So let's do that. And then I click on next. My username, FerdyTalks. I have to create a password. This one, I'm not a robot. Sign up for Envato content. No. I've agreed to the Envato market terms and conditions. Create an account and continue. I have to fill in more details, so here my company name. The country is the Netherlands, my address. City. And postal code. This is important because here you can get some kind of discount. You don't have to pay taxes if you fill in this number. I'm from the Netherlands, so I say NL. And I save it and continue. So it says $59. I can pay with credit card or with PayPal, which has a $2 handling fee. I will choose to pay with PayPal, so I click here. I scroll down and the total amount will be $61. I check out with PayPal over here. I pay like this. Log in. And I pay now. I just bought the Enfold theme. Here it is. I have to go to my email in order to confirm the link and to get access to the file. So I go to WordPressKing/Roundcube website. And I've confirmed my email address. I confirm my email over here. And now I can download it over here, the Enfold theme. I don't want to download the whole package because that's a lot of megabytes. I just want the installable WordPress file only. So I click here. I can save it. 23 megabytes. Okay. Now I go to menus over here. I go to appearance, themes. And what you see, we have 3 themes already. And right now our website looks like this. If I would say activate the 2015 theme and we refresh it, then you see we have a total different website. The same goes for 2014. If I activate it, you will get a different look and feel of your website. And that's the power of WordPress and themes. So I go to manage themes over here and I say add a new theme. You could check here, You can download and install themes over here that you like. And I say upload the theme because I have the Enfold theme on my computer. I browse. I go to my recent downloads. And here it is, Theme Forest. Enfold responsive theme. I open it and I say install now. Meanwhile, I can close all the other tabs. Here it says the theme is installed successfully. Now I can activate it. And this is an overview of the Enfold theme options. If I refresh the website, Command R or F5, you see that this is our website right now. It's looking quite empty. Well, let's transform this to a beautiful website. I go to the backend and here I have the Enfold theme options, but before I want to configure them, I go to the settings and go to general. I think it's nice to edit some general settings. Here we have the site title 30 talks, know-hows and reviews. I cut this, Command X or Control X, and I put it in the tagline. It's about know-hows and reviews. This is all fine by me. My email address. It's not a membership site. This is how you can format the date. You can change it, but I like this, July the 21st, 2016. And I want to make this like 1402. The week starts on Monday and the site language is English. Save the changes and then go to the next setting, writing. And this is all fine with me. I go to reading. And this is interesting. If I go to the home page, you see there's nothing found because I have no blog post yet. And as we see over here, our front page display is showing our latest post. I can change that by making it a static page like home or a different page. So if I select this one, I can select a front page. It's the home page, of course. So I click on home. The blog page is blog over here. How many blog pages show at most, or blog post? 10. I like this the way it is. If you don't want to be found by search engines, then click on this one. But we want to be found, I guess, so I say save changes. Then I go to discussion. We keep it as it is, and on a later point in the video I will dive into this. Media. What I want to change over here is uploading files, organize my uploads into month and year based folders. I don't want to do that. I want all my photos or my uploads in one place, in one folder. So I uncheck this and I save the changes. Now I can go to Enfold over here and I'm back at the Enfold theme options. And these options override the settings of your WordPress settings. So we have selected at the settings that the home page is the front page. And if I select over here that it is the contact page and I save it, I click here, you see it's the contact page. So all the settings we change over here are overruling the WordPress settings. Of course, I want the front page to be the home page. And the blog page I want to display at blog. If you select this, that means when you have a blog post and you go to the blog page, the blog post will appear there automatically. I have a logo. If you want to learn how to create a logo and upload it properly to your WordPress website, then click here to see this tutorial. For now, I click on upload and here I can drop files I want to through the Finder or something else, or I can select the files. So I go to 30 talks and I want to upload my 30 talks logo. This is the logo. I open it. I say full size over here. Use image as logo. I want to edit a favicon. Right now it's over here. It's from HostGator, but I want to upload my own. So I click here on upload and the ideal date and the best resolution, go to upload files, select files, is 520 pixels by 520 pixels. So it's over here, I call it the icon. And if I go over here, you see 512 by 512. I open it, size, full size, use image. You can select page preloading. If you have a lot of stuff, photos you want to show, then you can say, let's show a preloader when the opening page is on your site and the page is not fully loaded yet. Here you can select to use a lightbox. When you click on a picture, I like it, so I leave it like this. And a Google Analytics tracking code. If you want to get one, click on this video over here and I will show you how to get your Google Analytics tracking code and paste it over here. I save all the changes and I refresh the page. And you see my logo, and over here you see the icon. Right now I don't like the way it is placed over here, but in the description of this video you can find the CSS code and you can paste it over here. I go to the back end, go to general styling, I scroll down, we'll come back to all this stuff later, and I say quick CSS, paste this code, div.logo, save all changes, and I refresh the page, and now you see it appearing like this. But now I have a problem over here, so I need to deal with that. I will do that later. So I go back to the general layout. We can choose to have a stretched layout like this. All those lines are going from left to right. If I say command minus minus minus, you still see the website is 100% in white. But if I change the stretched layout to a box layout, you see the website becomes a box. I save all changes, I refresh the page, and what will happen? The website will look like this. I press command 0 again to get 100% view of the website, and you see it's a box right now. You can change the background later. For now I want to show you how to increase or decrease the size of the website. So I go to dimensions and the website is responsive. So on a mobile phone or a tablet you see the layout adapting to the screen. And the maximum container height, I want it to be 1024. If I save it, you will see the website is a lot smaller, like this. That was just to illustrate it. I want to keep the height 1120 pixels. Save it and change it like this. I think that is nice. That was general layout. Let's go to general styling. Here we can select a predefined color scheme. What does it mean? I can change the whole look and feel of the website by clicking one button. Here we have a lot of options, and all these options can be changed with one click on this button. So I could say modern black, and then you will see how the website will look like if I save all the changes. If I save it and I refresh this, you see the website has a total different look and feel. And what you see, all these settings are changed now. So if I want to have a Splash Blue website, I click on Splash Blue and I save all the changes, and I save it over here. And you see this is the main color right now, but you can also take a look over here how things look. So it says if you choose Splash Blue, then the footer area will be dark. So if we scroll down, this is dark. So you can go over here and take a look at how things will appear in the website. So if I save this one, I refresh it, and this will be blue. That's how you can change the look and feel of your website. Also, this header right here has now a blue background. So choose something you like. Actually, I like this, so I'm going to keep it like this. So I go to the backend and change this blue color to yellow, not only here at the title, but everywhere on the website. So I see the blue over here and I paste the yellow color code, and this is quite a light blue. So I paste the code, but I want to make it brighter, so I go for something like this. I still have this code copied. I don't see the blue color anymore, so I save all the changes. And I go to the second tab, main content, paste it. Then I need to go back, copy this color, paste it over here, go to alternate content, here it is again, so I go to the logo area, copy the primary color, paste it again, but make it a little bit darker. And again here, make it lighter. I have to see what will happen if I do this all. Footer. This is the footer background. I don't want it to be yellow because it will look a little bit weird, I guess. Let's just try it and see what happens. Copy it. Copy it over here. Go back to the yellow light color. Copy it and paste it over here. Let's save it for now. Let's see what happens. Yes, that's what I want. That's great. In the footer, there's no footer because the background is white. So I don't see all the information over here. So let's go back. Footer, background. And what you see, I made a mistake. I placed the symbol 2 times, so I need to remove 1. And also over here, I need to remove 1. Let's save it for now. And refresh it. And now everything is the way I want it to be. Of course, I don't like this color, but everything is working as I think it should. So let's change this to something blue. Maybe we can find a color here at the socket. You know what? I'm gonna leave it for now. Refresh it. And then we can change it later maybe. I do want to change the socket over here. So I go to socket. I think the background could be white, like this. And then the primary color could be yellow. This is blue. So let's copy this code again. Go to the socket and paste it. And the border color can be also yellow. Save all the changes. Like this. Now you don't see this arrow over here, so I'm going to change that. This can be white. That's the border over here, I guess. And this can be also blue. And the highlight color is white. And let's copy this yellow code and paste it at the socket font color and socket heading color. Save it, refresh it. And this is a way how you can display your website. I don't like this, so I'm going to change that. I go to Enfold again. I go to the header layout. Logo left, menu right. You can change it. You can say logo center, menu below. Save the changes and it looks like this. But let's change this over here. How can I do that? I go to header behavior, the second tab, and the header is sticky. That means if you scroll down, it goes with you. If you say it's not sticky and you save it and you refresh it, it will stick on top like this. But if you want it to be sticky, then make it sticky. And here it says shrinking header, and I need to uncheck that because it does not go along with the code I paste in the website, the CSS code. So right now, if I scroll, everything looks fine. And if I change the header layout to logo left, menu right, and I save it, and I refresh it, then if I scroll down, everything is okay. I can even change the space over here. I think it's too narrow. So I scroll up, I go to general styling, I scroll down, and the div logo top is 5 pixels. I want to make it 10 pixels. So that's twice the amount it has. So if I refresh this, it looks like that. It looks nice in my opinion. And what I want to do now, I want to bring back the right order of my menu. So I go to the backend, I go to appearance, menus, and I scroll down here at the main menu, select it, and then I say theme locations, Enfold main menu. So this menu is assigned to the Enfold main menu, which is this place over here. So if I refresh this, you see home, about, reviews, know house, store, log, contact. If I click on it, you see 30talks.com/contact. If you click on reviews, cameras, you see 30talks.com/reviews/cameras. So as you see, I like to keep things clean and simple. This looks really nice. If I take a look over here and I go to apple.com, I can click on Mac and you see apple.com/Mac. But if I want to go to the home, you don't see home over here. But if I click on the logo, I go to the home page. That's the same we want to do. I want to remove the home link in the menu because if people want to go to the home page, they can click on 30 Talks, go to menu and the home. I remove it. I save the menu, refresh the page, and right now it's gone. I want to show you how you can change the fonts in your website. So I go to the backend, to Enfold, to general styling. I scroll down and here the latest tab is font. Right now the heading font is Quicksand. You can change it. I like Open Sans very much, but if you want to change it, you can change it over here. And the theme default font size, I don't know if you can see it somewhere. I want to edit this page for now. And I want to say, hello. I update it. I want to view the page. And it says hello over here. If I want to change the size of this font, then I go to fonts over here at general styling and I change it to 18, for instance. If I refresh this, you see it's bigger, but everything is bigger. So I like 14. It's one bigger than the default. So I save it. I refresh the page and that looks okay. The logo is quite big. I can make it smaller or I can make this bigger. And I choose for the second thing, I want to make it bigger. If you want to make your logo smaller, you can do that. Go to theme options, remove the logo, upload it again, go to the media library, bring it back to medium instead of full size, use image as logo, save it, refresh it. And now you see it's a little bit smaller. What I want to do, I want to bring this up, I want to make this bigger, and I want to change some colors over here. How do you do that? Go to the backend and go to Advanced Styling. Here you can assign some changes to different elements. So if I want to go to the main menu links, I click here, I say edit element. The main menu links are those over here. And I could change the font color. I save it, refresh the page, and now you see it's red. I change it back to nothing, and that means it will be the default color. And I could change the background color and save it. And then it will be shown like this. I don't like it at all, so I leave it as this. I can change the font size and I want to make that bigger. So I make this 18, save it. And now it's bigger. It's too big in my opinion. So I make it smaller again. Let's make it 16. Let's see how that will work. Or just 15. You can change the font family. So if I would say LS, save all changes, refresh the page, you get a different font. I don't like it, so I say default. What I can also do, select it again, main menu links. So I say edit element, apply to the mouse hover. What I could say, when somebody hovers over the link over here, I want to change the color to yellow. So apply only to mouse hover state. Font color is this one, like this, and save it. Like this. I think this logo can be a little bit lower, so again I go to the backend, general styling, and I go to the quick CSS and I make it 15. Save all changes, go to refresh, refresh it, and this is what I like. If we want to take a look at this website to see how it looks on a phone or a tablet, then click on customize. And then over here we can click on the iPad or the tablet, and it looks like this. Or the smartphone, and it looks like this. So again, if you want to know how it works, go to customize on any page. So to the blog page, go to customize, and click on these icons. That's how it works. Escape again. Let's go to the settings. We had the header settings all a little bit. We can have a separator, a small one or a large one, between the links, like this. I don't need it. The header style, minimal, with drop shadow. So if I save it, you can see you can change the style a little bit. It's a minor change. I don't need it. So default. Header title and breadcrumb. That's this yellow line over here. You can remove it or say I only want to display the title or only the breadcrumbs, or hide both. Save it. Then it's gone. I like it. So I show them both. Header size large or slim or a custom size. Now it's quite a large header. I want it to be slim. Save it. And maybe even slimmer. So what I will do, I go back to Enfold. I make it, let's see, 45. And then you see this is not working. Or it is, maybe it's funny, but I don't like it. So I could make it 70. Yes, that's what I like. You know what? I make it 65. And I go to the general styling, scroll down and change this to 5, save it, refresh, and now we're talking, now 30 is talking. Oh, I like this, it's looking really clean in my opinion. 30 Talks logo, not too big, about, reviews, know-hows, store, blog, contact, and a search icon. I don't need a search icon yet. I have not much blog items, so I want to remove it. How do I do that? I go to header again, go to extra elements, and here it says append search icon to main menu. This one over here. I don't need it for now, so I uncheck it. We can have header social icons, no social icons, or display them on the top bar and the left. If I do that, you see over here what will happen. You have the logo, the menu, and then here you see social media icons. It gives another bar on the website. Like this, Twitter. I think I like it. So I need some social media stuff, and I can define them over here at the social profiles. So Twitter will become 30 Talks. I have no Dribbble, but I have Facebook, HTTP, facebook.com, plus over here. Instagram, HTTP, instagram.com/30talks, plus LinkedIn, linkedin.com/30korpershoek, and you can add anything you want. If I don't know where the link is, I just go to YouTube. I can search for 30 Talks. Here it is, and here's the link. I copy it, I paste it, and that's okay for now. So I save all the changes, I refresh the page, and here you see this. Maybe I like it better here at the right. So how can I do that? I go back to header, extra elements, it's open already. Header, social icons, display, top bar at the right. And I could have a secondary menu. Here you can have a second menu in the top bar at the left. So the social media icons go to the right, and I can have a new menu with maybe contact or login. I don't need it for now. Extra information at the left. And I could say email, info@30talks.com. Save all changes. Refresh the page. And now it's like this. I want to turn this on when my website has more visitors. For now I leave it off. So I say no social icons and no phone number and extra information. I want to keep it clean, like this. Transparency options, and this is important for later. Why? If I go to 30korpershoek.com, you will see here my logo is white with a dark background and my text over here is white. If I scroll down, however, it becomes a colored logo. So what I need is a logo in white and PNG. So I can upload over here my transparency logo. I don't have it, so I grab this one, right mouse click, view image. I'm saving it, right mouse click over here, blending options, color overlay, and it needs to be white. Then I save it, Shift Alt Command S. I save it as a PNG. And I save it as Ferdy Talks logo white over here. Save it. Go back to the website. Upload the logo. Upload files. Select files. Ferdy Talks logo white.png. Use image as logo. And the color of the menu should be white also. Save the changes. You won't see any changes now, but later in this tutorial I will show you how you can apply this. This mobile menu is normally activated for smartphones, but you can also activate it for tablets. I like it as this, only for smartphones. And I can hide mobile menu submenu items. And I don't want that. So I save all the changes and I go to sidebar settings. As you see on our website, we have a sidebar with search, recent comments, archives, categories, and metadata. These are all kinds of widgets and they are displayed here at the sidebar and here at the footer. Normally I don't want to use any sidebar, only in blog posts. So what I can do, I go to the settings of the sidebar settings, sidebar on archive pages. Yes, if there's an archive page with all kinds of blog titles from the past, I want to have a right sidebar. Sidebar on blog page, no. But do I want to have a sidebar on a single post entry? So single blog post, yes. I want people from there to navigate to a different blog post. So I say right sidebar and sidebar on pages. All those pages over here, I would say no sidebar. Sidebar on smartphones, no. Page sidebar navigation, yes. And sidebar separating styling, I want it to be with a border like this. Over here, one line. So save all the changes. And if we refresh it and we have selected that we don't want to have any sidebar on a page and the home page is a page, then it should be removed right now, and it is. So right now we have no information over here. If we go to reviews, it's the same. The only thing we see is the title over here. I close this website, I go back to the backend, and I go to the footer. So I go to the website, here's the footer. 1, 2, 3, 4 widget areas. What I've done here at Ferdy Korpershoek, my own website, what I normally like to do is have a little text over here about my website, a likebook widget, and the most recent blog posts. And actually I like it also to have most recent portfolio items. So I can choose how many widget areas I want to have in the footer. In this case, I want to have a text over here about my website. I want to have a Facebook like box and the most recent reviews and know-hows. So I don't want to have 4 areas over here. I want to have 3. So at the footer columns, I select 3. What I also can do, I can select to display the footer widgets and the socket. This is the footer and this is the socket. I could say I only want to show this area or I only want to show this area. I want to show them both, so I keep it as this. And copyright, right now it says copyright Ferdy Talks and Fold theme by Creasy. And now I could say Alt G for copyright on a Mac. Ferdy Talks 2016. If I save all the changes and I refresh the page, you'll see copyright Ferdy Talks and Fold theme by Creasy. If you want to remove that, I'm really happy with Creasy, but I want to remove it. I say space, left bracket, no link, right bracket. It's near to the enter. Save change. Save it. And refresh it, and now it looks like this. What I like to do, I want to show some social icons over here. So I go back to the backend and say social icons. Check to display the social icons defined in the social profiles in your socket. Save it and refresh it. And here it is in the color red. And I don't want it to be in red, I want it to be yellow or blue. So I go to general styling. And here you see some things are red. So if I go to footer or to socket, then you see this color, and I want to change it to this blue color, like this. Here you see it's blue now, and here it's yellow. Let's see what happens. Probably it's blue. So I refresh the page, and now it's blue. If I want this to be yellow, it's very easy. I copy this code over here, paste it over here, save it, and voila. This is what I like about the Enfold theme. Everything is so easy to change. So now we have done this. What I want to do, I want to make this color of the menu the same as this color. So I go to the backend, to advanced styling, main menu links on hover and main menu link, font color. I paste it. That's the same color as the logo. Refresh. If you want to learn how to grab a color code from the screen on your Firefox, then please follow this tutorial over here. And what I like to do, I like to work from the right to the left. So I'm going to change the contact page. I click on contact and I'm going to edit the page. Click on edit page. I remove this tab. And Enfold comes with the advanced layout editor. I will show you more in a few minutes, but for the contact page I don't need it. So I go back to the default editor and I say feel free to contact us by sending an email to info@verditalks.com or by filling out this form below. What we can do in the editor. First, you need to click on this icon, the toolbar toggle, click on it, and you've got a lot more options. Right now, I want to show you how to make a link. So I select my email address, I click on the link icon, and it will become a link. Enter. What I want to do now, I want to update it. So I click on this button. By command or control click, I see the page in a new tab. You see it becomes yellow automatically. If I click on it, my email program opens and I can send an email. What I want to do, I want to go to the backend of the website over here and I click on plugins. Plugins are additions that will enhance your WordPress website. It can be anything. It can be a contact form, but it can also be a complete web shop. You need to see it like an addition. Plugins are there to help you create a better website. So I want to add a new plugin. So I click over here. And then over here you can search for plugins. So I'll search for the Contact Form 7 plugin. I press enter. And here it is. Most of the time I look at how many active installs it has. This has 1 million. So that's the real deal in my opinion. So I say install now. That's it. Activate the plugin. And right now we can go to contact form settings over here or over here to contact. I click here. I dismiss this. And there is already a contact form. If I select this shortcode by clicking once and I say Command C or Control C and I go to edit contact page and I press enter and I paste this code and I update it and I refresh the contact page, what do you see? a form. And what you see in this theme, everything is in the style we have selected in the settings of Enfold. When you fill in this form, like this, ferdy@ferdykorpershoek.com, hello there, and you send the message by clicking here. It says, thank you for your message, it has been sent. If I go to WordPressKing.roundcube website, I can click here. It's from Ferdy Talks with the subject hello there, and the message is and you send the message. This email sent from contact form. If you want to know more about the contact form, then please click over here and follow an in-depth tutorial about the contact form 7 and get the most out of this plugin. For now, I leave it as it is. If you take a look here, you see there's no sidebar. Because this is a page, and in the Enfold settings we said on any page we don't want a sidebar. But you can make an exception on every page. So I go to Contact, Edit Page, I scroll down here at the right, and what do you see? Layout Sidebar Settings. I click here and I say I want to have a right sidebar. Which sidebar do I want? Well, it's not here, so we are going to create a sidebar. First I'm going to update this, and I refresh the page. And what you see now, you see a sidebar with all kinds of stuff. Actually stuff I don't want. If you go to the backend, to Appearance, Widgets, you see there is a widget area which has displayed everywhere. So wherever there is a sidebar on the website, all these things will show up. I don't want that, so I say delete, 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 and so forth. What I can do, I can add a custom widget area, and I name this one Contact. I can find it back easily. I know if I want to change something in the sidebar of the contact page, I have to be at the contact widget area. What I can do, I can add widgets to the contact widget area. Here are a lot of widgets. Some are from the Enfold theme, other ones are from WordPress, and you can also download different widgets. For now, I want to add some text to the contact sidebar widget. So I scroll down, and over here I see text. I can grab this and drag it like this, but you also can click on text and say edit to contact, add widget. The title is Ferdy Talks, and the content will be my address. If I save this and I refresh the page, you see that nothing happens. You see a few pages. Why? If there is no sidebar widget assigned or it's empty, then these 3 widgets will appear. So I go to Edit Page, and here I want to say Sidebar Settings, choose a custom sidebar for this entry, Contact. Update, view the page, and now you see my address, but it's not how it should be. So what I need to do, I need to put a code over here, and it's this one. I can copy this, paste it, and paste it like this. Save, refresh, yes. I go to the widgets and I want to show people where I live, so I go for the Enfold Google Maps widget. I click once, select contact, add the widget. And I need the latitude and longitude of my address. So I go to Google, longitude, latitude, something like that. And the first link here, I click on it and I say my address and click on find. Latitude is this one. I copy it and I paste it, and the longitude is over here. Zoom level is 15. I keep it that way. I can display something and it is 30 talks. I could even paste a custom marker, but I don't need that. I say save. Let's see how it looks. And that's how it looks. It's nice, but I don't think it's necessary on my website, so I will remove it. If you want to remove a widget, click on the down arrow over here, scroll down and say delete. Refresh the page and now it's gone. So we have here our contact page, 30 talks, our address, contact, home contact, our form. And again, if you want to learn how to make a beautiful form, click over here. And we have here our address information. I scroll down, we have our 3 widgets. And since we're busy with widgets, let's create some widgets over here. First, the text. So I go back to widgets. I click on text. I say footer column 1, add widget. I click here and say 30 talks, and I will type text. So, a nice text. I save it, refresh the page, and here's the text. The next thing, I would like to have a Facebook like box, so I go to my Facebook, to 30 talks, and here's the link. If you want to, you can like it, feel free. And I will go to the widgets, close this, and search for the Enfold Facebook like box. I add the widget. It's now in column 1. I don't want that, so I delete it. And I click on it again and click on column 2. You can have multiple widgets in one widget area. The title, like us on Facebook, and here's the link. I save it. I refresh the page, and here it is. The third one could be reviews. I have none yet, but I can place it already there. So I go to, let me see, Enfold latest news, footer column 3, add the widget, the title, most recent video, and I want to show 5, and select blog. That's the only category we have yet. Show title only. I save it, and because we have no blog post yet, it will probably say something like nothing. But that will come. Because we go from right to left, we now go to the blog area. So I go to the blog area and you see probably nothing. Sorry, no posts match your criteria, because there are no posts yet. I click on new and on post. And here I will create my first blog post. Here's the title. The title is quite important for Google, so let it be a relevant title. What you can do if you are typing about something that is relevant on the internet, you can go to google.com. And if it's about WordPress, you could say WordPress how to, and then you see where people are writing about. And in that way you can choose a title that will help you to be found better in Google. If you want to know more about SEO, click here on this video. Here I explain everything I know about SEO, about search engine optimization, how to be found better in Google and other search engines. I want to add a title, which is not so relevant, but it's just the title of my blog post. It's I am finally gonna do it. I don't know if it's correct English. I am finally gonna do it. I don't know, but I'm just going to do it. I will not use the advanced layout editor over here. I'll just write a blog post over here, and I will show you how that works. If you don't see those 2 rows, you only see one, then click on this toolbar icon. And if you click again, you see more information. I can write a text. I often start with a title. If I say Shift Enter, I go to a new row. But if I say Enter, I go to a new alinea. That is important to remember. If you're writing an alinea and you want to go to a new row, then press Shift Enter. But if you're writing an alinea and you want to go to a new alinea, then press Enter. So I will remove this for now and I'll show you later what I mean. This is my title. So I press Enter because I want to write an alinea. So I will write an alinea now. So I made a blog post, quite some text. I want to save it before something goes wrong, and it's part of the category blog. So I'm going to publish it. And if I go to the other tab, I go to the website and I go to blog. You will see here my blog post. I'm finally gonna do it. Here's my blog post. It does not look spectacular, so that's why I'm going to show you how to make this really beautiful. The first thing I want to do, I want to change the title because I am finally doing it. I'm not gonna do it, I am doing it. And what you see here, ferdytalks.com/blog/ I am finally gonna do it. If I save this, I update it. You will see the permalink is still I am finally gonna do it. So if I want to change the permalink, which you see over here, if you open the website, then copy this text over here, click here on edit and change it. You can change it over here. You can add words. I leave it as it is. I want the permalink and the title to be the same. So the next thing I will do, I select this by clicking 3 times and I say change from paragraph to heading. And you think maybe, whoa, this is very big. Isn't that ugly on the website? But if I update it and I refresh the page, you see it's still quite big, but we can change it in a few minutes. So I'm going to create all the headers. And how did I do that? Because I pressed Enter instead of Shift Enter. So if I would say I press Shift Enter and I start a new title and I select it and I say make this a title, everything in that alinea will become a title. Why? It's the same alinea. So in order to get a new alinea or new title, press Enter and no Shift Enter. So the second header. And header 1 and header 2 are very important for Google. So if you think a title is important, give it a H1 or an H2 tag. That means heading 1 or heading 2. I always keep them at heading 1. So heading 1, heading 1, save it or update it, and check the result. You see it's very big, I don't want that, so I go to the left tab, I go to the back end of the website, I go to Enfold, to Advanced Styling, and I select H1, edit the element, the color is okay. Actually I don't like the font, this one, so I want to change it also to Open Sans over here, and the font size can be, the text is 14, so the font size can be 18. And then here I can say apply to section, logo area, main content. I want it to be everywhere. So I say save all the changes. And now if I refresh this, the title is much smaller, and that is what I like. What I also can do, it's a little bit tricky, I like the title to be very close to the alinea. So if I want to add some custom CSS, I go to the backend, to Enfold, General Styling, I scroll down, and at Quick CSS, I press P, stands for alinea, and we're gonna adjust the style, opening bracket and the closing one. If you don't know how to do it, copy this one and paste it over here. I'm going to create a margin of 20 pixels just to show what happens. Semicolon, save all changes, and let's see what happens. There's quite some margin over here. And what I can do, I can adjust the margin per side. So it says top, right, under, and left. It means troll, T-R-O-L. The margin of the top I want to be -10, and the rest I want to be nothing. See what happens? I have 2 semicolons, so make it -12, save it. I think it's coming too close now. It's coming too close, so -10 is good. So that's how you can change some styles on the website. It looks a little bit complicated, but styling the alinea, it's not that complicated. But what is happening when I have 2 alineas below each other? Then this alinea goes up a few pixels and now it looks very weird. So I'm going to change it. Margin top, right, under. Under I will change to 10 pixels. So below every alinea there's some more space. Like this. I could even change it to 20, save all the changes. Yeah, and this is what I like. So now the alinea over here is great. Okay, let's add some pictures. I go to edit post. At the right below, you can upload a featured image. Set the featured image, and I'm going to upload it and select the file. I want the width of the header picture to be 90-20 pixels. So I go to blog, finally gonna do it. And this is the title. I always use a title in my header image because in that way I can be found better by Google. If I cancel this and I search for Ferdy Korpershoek, I go to images. You see, if someone sees this title with this text, he can be attracted to the title over here. So that's what I like. If people are searching on images, I want to give a title to my image so people know where the image is about and they can click. So I select it again and this image over here, I'm finally doing it. But what I will do, it's 2.5 megabytes. That's quite big. So I go to a new tab and I go to tinypng.com. I use this all the time. If we want to optimize our website for Google, we need to have small images. So I save my images at the highest quality from Photoshop, and then I go to tinypng, and let's see what happens. I drop on the PNG, or you know what, I drag. I go to Finder, Ferdy Talks, blog, and all those 4 pictures, I'm going to drag them over here. And if they are finished, I can download them very small. And as you see, they're all finished. Panda saved us 86%. So I will download them all. Like this. And then I go back to my post for the header. I select the header. I need to go to downloads. And here it is, 361 kilobytes, a lot smaller than 2.5 megabytes. And I'm going to upload it. It's uploading right here. And as you take a look at my title, it says Ferdy Talks, South Africa, Cape Town. It's about 30 talks. I was in South Africa, Cape Town at that moment. So if people search for Cape Town, they could find my picture and then come to my website. That's the whole idea about giving my images a title. I always give them a title. I never leave them like IMG001, IMG002, because that doesn't say something to Google. So if I search for Amy van Soest, this is Amy, you see the picture is taken by me, and if you take a look at the image, you see Amy van Soest. So it's important to give your image a title. Over here at the title, I will remove all the dashes. I select all the text, I copy it, and then I scroll down. I go to Alt Text and paste it. I scroll down and then I say Set Featured Image. I'm finally doing it. If I update it and I go to the website, to blog, you see a really small picture over here. I'm going to take a look at it later. I'm finally doing what I wanted to do for a long time. This is how it looks. And now I want to add some images in the text. Here I talk about my discouragement, so I select the place over here, before the alinea, add media, upload a file, select a file, and let me see. This one is too small, I don't use it. And I was discouraged and I said I won't do it. So I will open this one and it says negative thoughts, 30 talks. So I remove the dashes again, copy and paste it, insert it into the post. And what I see is that's inserted as a thumbnail. I don't want that. So if I remove it and I add media again, and I click on it and I scroll down, I can select an alignment to the right, left, center, or nothing. I can add a link to the file or a size. And right now it's at medium, and I could say I want the full size. So I insert it into the post, and now it's over the whole width of the page. So if I save it, and if I take a look at the post by clicking this title, then you see the picture on the whole width. I want to make it smaller again, so I scroll down, I click on it, click on this pencil icon, and now I can say the size needs to be small, 300 by 200, and I want to align it at the left. So right now it looks like this. I really like this way of showing pictures. You can read the text around it. And here I talk about perseverance. So I could go over here. I could make a new alinea like that. Add media, upload files, select files. This one is too small. And here I am persevering. I am doing it. I remove the dashes. And I want to align it at the right, not the full size, but a medium size, and I want to link it to the media file. Insert it into the post, save the post, update it, refresh the page, and right now if I hover over it, I can click on it and then I see the picture. And I can also see the other picture. So this is our first blog post, and the titles, I'm finally doing it. As you see, it's not looking that good. The text is not complete. I can scroll down. I'm finally doing it. Some titles, pictures, a lot of text. Let's see something else we can do with a blog post. If I want to be found on a certain word, I can underline words. I always had ideas. I could say underline it. Web hosting could be bold and italic, even give it another color, make it green. WordPress could be a link to WordPressking.com. Then I can click here, click on the pencil, go to the link options and say open this in a new tab, update. I can select the whole alinea and say be aligned to the right. I can make a new alinea and create a beautiful quote. Always persevere. And I can select it, make it a blog quote. Let's see, I could say 3 tips to get things done. Enter, and then I could make a numbered list. Write your things on paper. Enter. I'm just making up something. Eat fruit. Eat a lot of fruit. And the third one, read a book. If I don't want a fourth one, but I press enter, you see a fourth one. But if I press enter again, it's gone. If I say backspace, then we have our numbered list. I can make this a heading 1, and I can change this into a bulleted list. So there are a few things we can do with the toolbar and with the editor. I will save it. Take a look. It becomes yellow. This is a link. If I click on it, it opens in a new tab. This alinea is aligned to the right. This is a quote. And every WordPress theme has another way of displaying quotes. This is a bulleted list. And that's how you can do things. What I can do, because I don't like this way of showing the picture, I can go to edit post, scroll down and say over here, don't display the image on a single post. So I update it. I refresh the page. And now it's not showing here. So if I go to blog, you see it. If I go to the blog post itself, I'm finally doing it. You don't see it. I like to see it, so I uncheck this. Something else about blog posts. Here you can share this entry. And in order to change the options here, go to Enfold and go to blog layout. I scroll down, share link at the bottom of your blog post. If you want people to share it with Facebook, that's okay. I don't want Pinterest, I don't want LinkedIn, I don't want Reddit, Google+, this one and this one. So I can save it, refresh the page, and now you only see Facebook, Twitter and email. So it's also looking quite clean. Here people can leave a reply. So I'm logged in already. If I log out, I copy this link. I log out. I go to the link without being logged in. I scroll down. I like the blog post and I think I want to reply. Then I can say, hi there. That is a great blog post. Good luck with Ferdy Talks. My name is Ferdy. My email address is ferdykorpshoek@gmail.com. My website is ferdykorpshoek.com. I say post comment. And here it is. And it's saying your comment is awaiting moderation. If I log in again, let me remove all the other tabs. What I will see here at the comments, I see one orange 1. and I can approve it. I can see it as spam, put it in the trash, but I will approve it. And I can reply, thank you for your kind words. Reply. So I go to the blog post again. Two comments. I'm finally doing it. And here you see, thank you for your kind words. What I see, unfortunately, is that the paragraph is almost at the same place as the date. So I need to go to the backend. I do that in a new tab. I go to Enfold, General Styling, and then I have to change something over here. If I make this 15, if I would change this to 0 and save all the changes, and I refresh this, then it is normal. But then here you see quite some space. I like this quite a bit, but then below a paragraph there should be more space. So then I would say margin at the bottom should be 15. Refresh. Like this. Now there's more space beneath every paragraph. And then this looks fine too. Okay, let's go to the widgets over here. If I go to the blog page, you don't see a widget. But if you go to an individual blog post, you can add some widgets over here. So I go to the backend, I go to appearance, widgets, and here is a sidebar for blog. What I want to do, I want to go to the Enfold latest news, and I say most recent posts. How many entries? Make it 10, and I select the blog category. I save it, and if I refresh this page now, you'll see most recent posts. I'm finally doing it July the 22nd, 2016, with a small thumbnail. Actually, if I go to blog, I don't like this way of showing things. So I go to the backend, I go to Enfold, to the sidebar settings, and a sidebar on the blog page, I say right sidebar. And let's see what happens if I save all the changes. I refresh it. And this looks already better in my opinion. But what we also can do, say no sidebar, and then go to the blog layout. So I go to the blog layout, and here I have some options. I can say elegant. Right now it's business, but I choose for elegant. Save the changes, and let's try some other things. So there's no sidebar anymore, and this is more elegant. So there's no information here, but if I scroll down, you see it over here. It's elegant, but I don't like it. So I change it back to business. The blog layout, multi-author, save the changes, and refresh. Here you see a big picture. And here again you see the date, the comments, etc. Maybe I like this in combination with a sidebar. But let me see. Multi-author block displays gravatar of the article alt. Let me see. I think I like this one. Single author big preview. So, save all changes and refresh the page. Again, the big image. And if you use this in combination with the sidebar, then it looks quite nice. Then you see the whole blog post, all the information over here, and here the most recent projects. One latest option is no sidebar. Save it. And at the blog layout, go for a grid layout. Save all the changes. And refresh the page. So this is also an option to showcase your blog. I'm going to create a new blog post and I will fast forward it so that you will see how it looks when I've got multiple blog posts. And also over here you see now most recent video. It's not totally right. Most recent blog post. I'm finally doing it. If I change it back one more time to a single author big preview, you know what? With a sidebar, and I refresh the page, you see the whole blog post over here. If I want to decrease it to just the first alinea or something else, or something like that, then I click on the blog post, I edit the post, and I remove this line. And I go to this icon over here and it says insert read more tag. I update it, I view the post, then it looks like nothing happened, but it's because I'm on the blog post itself. But if I go to the blog page, then you see everything is working fine. If I want to read more, I click here and I go to the whole blog post. I'm going to create a second blog post. Over here, new post, enter a title, and I start typing. Okay, here's my blog post, and I do the same as the last blog post. I select it over here and make it a header 1. Same goes for the fruit or the root. Header 1, header 1, and header 1. I scroll down and I want to set a featured image. I've already decreased the images with TinyPNG. So I select the header image. I open it. I remove the dashes. It's not nice work, but the job needs to be done. Set as featured image. And let me see. The fruit, add an image. Upload files. I can select more files at the same time. If I hold Command, I can select more. Or if I go to the first one, hold Shift and go to the latest one. And then I want to uncheck with holding Command this photo. And I have 3 photos. I open them all. But I only want to import this one, so I remove those 2. This one is selected. Apple tree as a man thinks. Copy, paste, scroll down, alignment to the left. It's a media file, and the size can be medium. I insert it into the post over here. Then I go to the first alinea. Add media, grab this one, same but then to the right, handsome young man. And the latest one, add media, this one, the full size, insert it into the post. What I can do, it's the category blog, but I want to add a new category. And it's called self-improvement. I give it a parent, which is called blog. and I add it to the new category. I select blog because it's also a blog post. Actually, every post is a blog post, so you could always select blog, and then I publish it. I want to view the post. And here it is, as a man thinks in his heart. This is the blog post, people can reply. And if I go to blog now, you see the first most recent post, and here is the second one. I also can decrease this text, so I click here, edit post, remove the stop, and then over here I say insert the read more tab. Blog, 2 short posts. Here I can click on read more. Now if we go to the backend in a new tab, and I go to Enfold, to blog layout, I could try elegant again. I think in this case it's better because right now there's nothing that separates those two blocks, but if I make it an elegant style for the blog, then you see as a man thinks in his heart. So I see read more, July the 22nd, and then here's the next blog post. So I will use it like this, and here you see the most recent posts, those two. So I'm gonna add a few more. I have added some blog posts, and what I want to show you, if I click over here and I'm going to edit the page, I can change the publish date. So if this blog post is quite old, from 2012, I can say it's from January the 1st, 2012 at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I say OK, update. If I go to the website and go to blog, you don't see it's the first one anymore. Right now it's over here, 7 steps to a better future. Why? It was 2009 when I went to Bangalore. And in that way you can change the date, and if you change the date, WordPress will automatically change the order of the posts. So that's great. If I scroll down, you see it also over here, it's looking really nice in my opinion. And if I click here, I scroll up again. Okay, we work from right to left. So we could do the store, but I'm going to make a different tutorial about it, about how to make a store with Amazon products. And if you sell them through your website, then you'll get a commission. If you want to follow that tutorial, then click here. Know-hows, reviews will come later. I will go to the About page. Why? I'm really thrilled to show you how the advanced layout editor works. You can do such beautiful things with it. I've used a lot of WordPress themes, but this theme and this editor is by far the best one that I came across. So I go to About, I edit the page, and I'm going to edit the About page. Actually, I would like to show you everything at once, but I will take one step at a time. So the first thing you need to do in order to activate the advanced layout editor is click this button over here. And if you do that, there are 3 tabs over here. The first one is layout elements. What I can do, I can make more columns in the page. So for instance, 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. I can increase the size or decrease it. If I go to the content elements, I can put a text block over here or a table. There are all kinds of elements, and every element has a special function which helps you to show the information on your website as beautiful as possible. So you can drag all these elements in the columns, and we have media elements. So you can drag an image over here, or an easy slider, or a video, or a gallery. It's really nice. So let's start with this. I go to the layout elements. And what I like to do, I like to use the color section always as a wrapper. So if I want 2 columns, I can drag them 2 times over here, but I like to put them in a wrapper, and I will explain later why. By the way, if I want to put something over here on this page, I can click on it and it will arrive over here. I will click on the color section, and now I could say I want 2 halves. Now I go to the content elements. What I want to do, I want to create a text over here. So I go for a text block, I drag it over here, and here I want to add an image. So I go to media elements and I drag this image over here. So if I click on this element, I go to the text block and I can write a text over here. I'm going to write something about myself and why I started this initiative, verditalks.com. So I'm going to type. I save it, and here it is, a text. If I want to add an image, I click on the image element and I go to insert image, upload files, select files, and here it is, Ferdy Korpershoek. That's me. Open it, copy it, paste it, use the full size, insert, and now I can save it. If I update this page and I want to view the page, I click over here. This is it. My name is Ferdy Korpershoek and this is the photo. This is just the beginning. We can change a lot of things. So if I go back to edit the page, right now we have 3 layers. We have the element, we have the column, and we have the color section. So if I want to edit things in the text block, I click over here and it says edit element. If I want to edit things in the column, I click over here, which says edit cell. And if I want to change things in the color section, I click over here. For now I want to change some settings in the image, so I click on the image and then I scroll down and here it says image alignment center, image styling default. I will leave it like that, and this is what I like, image hover effect. I would say yes, slightly increase the image size. If I save this and I update it and I refresh the page and I hover over this photo, it zooms in a little bit. I like that. I go back and I like a little bit of animation, so I go to the column, to the cell, and then there are some layout options. Over here you can go to animation. So I can say slide animation from the left to the right. Save it. The same goes for the right column, edit cell, animation, and maybe I want to rotate it fully. Save it, update it, and refresh it. Like this. Of course, I don't like this. I don't think it's professional, but I just want to illustrate what is possible. So I go back and change it to a from right to left animation. What we can do more? If I take a look over here, you see the background is white and this is the picture. Maybe I think the picture is too big. What I can do, I save this. I could say I want to decrease the size. So it's not 50%, but I decrease it to 2/5 or even 1/3, and then I could increase this one to 2/3. I update it, and now the photo decreases and the text area becomes bigger. That's what we can do. If I want to add a different element, it's possible. I just drag it over here into the 2/3 column and I can change it. So I could say about me. I can change the header. I can change the style, bring it to the left. I can even change the size. But because the H1 is assigned to some settings we have made in Enfold, if I would say H1 and default size will be 50, which is quite big, then nothing will change, as you will see, because we assigned a certain height in the advanced styling over here. So it will respect that. So if I want to make it bigger, the About Me title, I could say use H2, and we don't have settings applied to that. So if I say H2 and the size is 50 and we save it, then it becomes very big. Like that. I don't want that. So I don't want the title either. So I remove this. And what we can do with the color section, it says it already, we can change the color. So I could change the background over here, section background. I can change the color to something else or to the color of the website like this. Save it and save it. And what you will see, this whole area will be yellow. Like that. Then I could say, okay, I like it, but I want this to be on a white background. So we can also style the columns. So we have the color section, which has a background that is yellow. But then we can say we have a column over here and I want to edit it and give the background a white color. Update. Refresh. There are two things I don't like. This one is less high than the picture and there's not much margin. So I could fix that with a trick. I go back to the backend, click here, and I could go to the border and make a border of 10 pixels, which are white. Save it. What could I do more? I go to the row settings. There it says equal heights columns. So I could say individual heights. That's why this one is higher than this one. But I can also say equal heights. Vertical alignment. Space between columns. If I save it and I update it and refresh the page. And as you see, it's not perfectly aligned yet. So what I can do, I can make this 3/5 and 2/5. Update, refresh. And now they are both the same. If you want to remove this gap over here, then you could say over here, space between columns, no space between columns. And here we are at the row settings. And if I click on the second row settings over here, it says row settings apply to all columns in this row, but can only be set in the first column. So only the left column, the first one. Update, refresh. Now it's like this. I don't like this yellow background. I could make it this color, or I could even add an image or a video. How do I do that? I go to the color section and edit it. And then the background, I could say insert an image. So for instance, this one, insert. And I can say background image position. If you watch this on the iPhone and you want the apples to be in the middle, then you could say show the center of the center. Then this is the area which will be shown if you watch this on the iPhone or in tablet. You can scroll or you can fix the image. And if I save it, then the apples will stay in place. I'll show you how it looks. And if I scroll, the image will stay in place. That's one way of showing stuff. We also can add a parallax, section background, and make it parallax. Save it, update, refresh. Now you see it's a beautiful parallax background. We also can insert a video. If you want to do that, just go to section background, scroll down, a background video, and paste a YouTube video or a Vimeo video like this, just using the link. We also can use a section background overlay. And if I check this, then you can select the opacity. And if I would paste the same yellow color and make it transparent for 50%, then it will have a yellow tint, like this. If I want to have a blue background and no white background over here, I go to Edit Page, go to the Color section, Section Background. I remove the image by clicking here. I choose my color, blue. I go to the Section Background Overlay and I uncheck this. I save it. I go to the column. I go to Colors. I clear the background color. I save it and I update it. Then you will see a blue background, but the text will be unclear in my opinion, and I need to remove the border. So I remove the border over here. And what I can do then, because the text is dark, in my opinion, I want to make it white. I go and click on the text element, click on colors, and there I can say define custom colors, make it white, save it, update it, and refresh the page. And this is what you will get. I think this is too close to each other. So again, I go to the row settings, the first column, click on edit cell, and say space between columns. Save it, update it, and that's how it looks like right now. One last change, I'm going to make it very simple again. I change this to the default color. And I remove the background of the color section. So I keep it really simple. Like this. That's what I like. If I hover, it still increases. I like it. I want to make a nice quote. So how can I do that? I go to the edit page. I will click at layout elements on the color section. I click once. And now it is over here. But if I want to drag content elements or columns over here, I need to do it very weird like this, then drag. So what I can do at Enfold, and I really love this option, is click on this icon, and now I can scroll down and all the elements and all the tabs will be with me. I really like that. I will go to content elements and I go for a special heading and I drag it over here and I click on it and I say what I do is learn and teach. Maybe it's not a strong quote, but I just want to show you how it works. Again, no header 1 because we will have only 18 pixels. So I take a header 2. The heading style, I place it in the center. And the heading can be quite big, something like 35. No subheading. I save it. And I go to the background of the color section. And I say minimum height is custom height in pixels, 500 pixels. I would like to choose a section background, an image, so I insert the image, upload a file, select the file, and I go to this one. I open it. It's 920 by 1080. I remove the dashes, copy it, paste it, and insert it. I want it to be a fixed background, and I want the center to be left above, top left, no repeat, and I want to have a bluish look over it, so I go to the section background overlay, select it, I go for this color, the blue color, and I say 0.7. Save it, update it, refresh it. And what you will see is that the height is 500 pixels. What I do is learn and teach. It's too small in my opinion, and I don't like the black color. So I go back, click on the text, go to colors and change it to white. Save it, click again, and I say the heading can be 60. Save, update, and refresh. "45, save it, update it, and refresh. I think this is too high, so I changed the height of this color section to 300. 250. Save, update, and refresh. So we have a white area, we have a bluish area, and now I want to have a white area again. So I'm going to create a new color section. I click once over here, I scroll down, and here it is. And I go to Media Elements, and I want to insert a partner logo element. And above I go to Content Elements, and I go to a special heading. What I also can do, I already have a heading. This one I remove. This is a heading, I can copy it. So there's the same settings, the same text, and I drag it over here. And now I have it here. I change the text. This is where I teach about. I don't know if the sentence is correct, but it's saying these are the things I teach about. The custom color is the default color. And then I go to partner logo element. This is a way to showcase people you work for. For me, I want to show what kind of software I teach about. So I say add multiple images, upload files. I like to have all the files the same height and width. So they're all 250 except for this one. They're 250 by 140 and they're 350 by 197. Actually, those two need to be 350. I select them all, hold Shift, open them, and insert the images. I can change the order over here. I scroll down. I want to have 3 columns. No scaling. I want them all to be without scaling. No display border. And it can be a slider. The transition is slide. Slider controls. Yes. Auto rotation. Yes. After every 3 seconds. I save it, update it, and let's see what is happening. This is how it looks like. So every 3 seconds I see where I work for. You can change a lot of stuff over here. So I scroll down again and I make it 4 columns. And you can also say fade and also make it 6 seconds. Save it. And this title is too big in my opinion, so I make it in H1. So it's 18 pixels. I refresh it. And now it's fading like this. I only have 6 images, so it displays 4 and then 2. So I changed it one more time to 3 and I like it to slide. So I scroll down, 3 columns and slide every 5 seconds. Save it and update it What else? I want to add a new color section with a background like this, so I go to edit page. What I can do, I can copy the whole color section. What I do is learn and teach. I copy it like this. Now there appeared another color section exactly the same, and I drag it below like this. If that doesn't work, you can press Command or Control minus on the keyboard. Then everything becomes really small, and then I can drag it like this. I press Command 0 or Control 0, and I'm back at 100%. I remove the title, and I'm going for a progress bar. I'm going to copy this title, drag it by this gray bar, and then over here. I change the title to My Skills, save it, change the color to white, and go to the progress bar. Here you can make a list with your capabilities. I normally don't use it, but I like to show it to you how it works. I could say my biggest skill is teaching other people. And I think I'm 90% good at it. I could use an icon, but I don't want to. So I say save it. Then the second one. I think I'm also very good in Photoshop. I can say progress in 85. Save it. And the third one is photography. It's also 85. I could use an icon like this. Save it. I can have striped bars and an animation in the bar. So I save it, update it, and I refresh the page. And here you see it, my skills, teaching other people, Photoshop, photography. And I could change the background. I don't want to for now. I can make my skills a little bit bigger. So I can say H2 and then bring this back to 30. And what I also can do, I can duplicate this 3 times and if I take a look here, I think they're quite close to each other. I want to have a little bit more space. How can I do that? I have a trick for that. I copy this progress bar 2 times. 1, 2. And then I go for separator. Like this. I edit it. And I say I want to have a white space of 15 pixels. I save it. I duplicate it and drag it over here. And I go to the first progress bar and delete the second and the third. I go to the second one and I delete the first and the third. And I go to the latest one and I remove the first and the second. Save it, update it. And now you will see there's more space over here. Like this. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. It's just a way of showing you how things can work. So we have a text about myself, a picture about myself. If I hover over it, it animates. A nice background with a slogan. What I do is learn and teach. Or this is where I teach about my skills with animation. So that's how it works. And one more thing, if I scroll down, I can make a beautiful testimonial area over here, so I will do that. I go to edit page, I scroll down, I click on layout elements, go for a color section, and there I could go for 1/4, a half, and 1/4, and I drag them all in the color section. I go to content elements and I go for testimonials. I drag them over here, and again in the half over here. I click on it and I can add a testimonial. I click on testimonial 1 and I say this is Tanya. She is a motivational speaker and she said the following. Okay, this is the text. I could paste a link and say TanyaMorrison.com. I save it again, I update it, and I refresh the page. And here it is. No picture, so I'm going to add a picture. I scroll down, testimonials, click on Tanya, and here I say insert an image. I uploaded 3 files of 3 testimonials. I open them, so I insert them, and that's it. I can say save, and let's add another one. The second one is from Jim. Jim is an accountant. I scroll down, no website, but I have an image. This is Jim. I insert it, save it, and let's do the third one. This is by Jane. Jane has no title. And I save it. Also no website. I save it, update it, and refresh it. And now you see 3 tutorials. Jane has no picture yet. And here you see how it's displayed. I don't like that. So I scroll down. First I'm going to add a picture to Jane. And then I go save it and I say testimonial style, testimonial slider, compact, auto, rotation, every 4 seconds, update, and let's refresh it. So this is a way of showing it. And after a few seconds you see a different one. A different way of doing it is removing those 2. Make this bigger, click on it, scroll down and make it a large testimonial slider. Update, refresh, and then you have something like this. I like this more. Be careful, as you see. As you now will see, the website will be stretching a little bit because this is 1 sentence and this is 2 sentences. So if you place this above in a website and you're looking below and you're reading, you see it's stretching again. So be careful, because if you're reading and it's stretching like that, it can be a little bit annoying. So you could also make everything 2 sentences. But I leave it up to you. Also here you can change the background. To this color, for instance. And then, or change the text to white. like this, or you give this area a white background color. It's up to you. I leave it as this, and I will go to the reviews and know-hows. These are about videos. I have a YouTube channel. I will show you. It's called Ferdy Talks. Ferdy Talks. And as I've written on the website, I want to learn everything I know. So I have 5 videos so far about create a Facebook page, clone yourself in a video, how to block a website on a Mac, and I want to show that on my website. How I'm gonna do that, I can do it in 2 ways. I can do it through a portfolio or through the blog section, and I'll do it through the blog section. Later in this video I will show you how the portfolio works with Enfold. For now I will go to the blog, so I close this and I close this. I go to the back end of the website and I go to post and to categories. As you see, I have a category which is called blog. Here I place my written blog posts. But now I want to make a new category which is called video. And I add the new category. So you see here blog and here you see video. If I take a look at the website, I have some categories and subcategories. So below video I want to have 2 subcategories which are reviews and know-hows. So reviews, and the parent is video and know-hows, and the parent is also video. Then I have subcategories which are cameras and software and computers, but for now I will leave it as it is. So because I have not much blog posts yet, so I will make a new blog post, new post, and this time we will use the advanced layout editor. And if I go to my channel and I go to my first video, then I see how to set up a second YouTube channel. I want the title to be the same on my website, so I go to my website, to the new post, and this is the title. I go to categories and it's video and it's a know-how video. And I'm going to use the advanced layout editor. I start with a color section and I want to show the video over there. So I go to media elements and I go to video. I go back to the video on YouTube. I copy the code. I go to add a new post. I click on the video element and I paste the code and I say save it. I can choose the format, but it's 16:9, so I save it. Below that, I want to create a text. So I go to content elements, make this bigger like this, and I drag this text block over here. And I'm going to give a little summary. I can type over here, so I'm going to type. What I can do, I can write the whole text over here, and the more text I place, the better I will be found in Google. But for now, I leave it as this. I save it and I publish it by clicking this button. I close it over here. So I go back to the normal screen. I go to the video and I see it's published at the 10th of July. So I go to edit post. Published on, make it July, and then the 10th. The time doesn't matter for me, so I say okay, update. And now I want to scroll down and add an image, a featured image. So I say set featured image. I made a few, so I go to upload files, select files. I go to Ferdy Talks, videos, and I go to those 5 thumbnails. This one is loaded, so I go over here and change the title, remove the dashes. Copy it, paste it, second one. third one. And I grab the picture about a second YouTube account and I say set featured image. Don't display image on single post. Update it. I can view the post over here. It starts with a video and some text. What you see over here is the most recent posts. You can't use a sidebar if you're using the advanced layout editor. So what I will do, I will scroll down, go to the sidebar settings and say no sidebar. And if I update this and I refresh the page, now it's gone. What I can do, I go to edit post and I expand it and I can go to blog posts. And if I click once, it appears below. I drag it into the content section and I click on it and I say display blog posts from video, know-hows and reviews in a grid layout, and I want to show 4 only in title, and I want to show 4 posts. Save it, update it, and probably you will see only one video over there because I have only one video, which is this one. But if I go to know-hows and I click on it, you won't see anything. So here's a page, know-hows. I'm going to edit this page. And I want to have the advanced layout editor. And I go to content elements. And I go to blog post and I drag it over here. I click on it. And I only show know-hows videos. And let me see. Let's use the grid layout. 3 grids, 3 columns, only the title, and post all of them. And I save it. So I refresh this. I go to know-hows, and here it is. Create a second YouTube account. And I click on it. That's how it works. I can click here on the video and it starts. Hi there, my name is Vede Korpshoek and in this... That's me. Let's make a second video. New post. And I go to a different video. How to synchronize video and audio.
Hi there, my name is Vede.
Let me do it fast this time. So I say color section, media element, video, click on the video, paste the link, save it, go to the title, copy it, paste it, go to content elements, blog posts, drag it below, click on it, use videos, grid layout, 4 and 4, only show the title, save it, no sidebar, featured image is this one, set featured image, don't display, and the date of the video is the 10th of July also. Okay, publish. Well, I forgot I need to select a category. So it will be video and know-hows. I take a look at the website, and if I go to know-hows, and here you see it. The third one. I want to illustrate a few things about categories and how to show them in certain orders. So what I will do, I will go to videos. I go to edit post. I'm also over here. I go to edit post. I close this tab. And what I will say, from video no house, I will go to video reviews. I update them. And also here, I place them under reviews. So if I refresh this page shows all the know-how videos. So if I refresh it, there will probably be only 3 videos like this. Where are the other 2? They're here at reviews, but if I click on reviews, you don't see anything. Why? We have not edited this page. So I'm going to edit this page. I go to the advanced layout editor and I say color section, content elements, blog post, and here I can select blog posts and only the reviews I want to show as a grid layout, 3 columns with only a title and all the videos. Save it, update it, and view the page. You see there are 2, and these are the 2 which are under video and reviews. So what I want to do now, I want to organize my website, so those 2 subcategories I want to place them under videos. So I will make a new page like this, call this videos, go to the advanced layout editor, color section, content element and blog posts, and over here I select only video. I scroll down, grid layout, 3, only the title, post number all, save it and publish it. Now I need to go to the menu, appearance, menus. Here's the most recent one, videos. Add them to the menu. Drag them up. And I will place review under it. No house also. I will remove those 3 pages because we don't use them. Maybe if I have more videos, then I will add subcategories, save them, close all the tabs, and now I go to the website. And what will you see? The homepage we have to do yet. I go to videos, and here you see 5 videos, but if I go to reviews, you see only 2, because there are 2 videos which have the category reviews, and if I go to no house, you see 3 videos, and in that way you can organize your website. We can do a totally different thing. We can also show it a different way. So I go to the backend, to menus, and we are going to add a few pages by categories. So here's video. I can and no house and reviews. I can add them to the menu. If I go over here, I place them below like this. Let's see what happens. I go to the website, so we have videos and video. This one we made by ourselves, so if I click on it, we can edit the page and make a blog post element. But if I go to video over here, then you see it's automatically filled like this. Why? Because we have edited a category link. So here you see all the videos, and over here you see most recent posts. I can change that. And if I go to reviews, you see 2 blog items like this. I mean video reviews. 1, 2. If I go to video, no house, then you see it like this. This can be a really nice way to display it, and if I click on the title, you go to the page. So I will remove videos over here in the menu. Remove, 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 and then here I have video. I change it to videos, and then reviews and no house, not as a page but as a category. And if we take a look at the blog post over here and go back to videos, what you'll see here at the right is the most recent post. Why do we see that? Because it falls under the blog categories, and the sidebar of the blog categories shows the most recent blog posts. So what I will do, I will add something to it, Enfold latest news, sidebar blog, add widgets, and I will say most recent videos. How many do I want to show? 10. And of which category? Video. Save it. And probably we'll see 5 videos over here. So I refresh the page. And here it is, most recent videos. And if I click on one of them, you go directly to that page. That is how it works with categories. I want to show you how to create a portfolio. So I go to New, Page, remove this tab, and I would like to say Portfolio. Publish. Go to Appearance, Menus, and add Portfolio to the menu. I drag it over here next to the videos, save the menu, and let's take a look. Over here we have Portfolio. And also here I've never seen a theme that will display the portfolio so beautiful as in the Enfold theme. So let's create our first portfolio item by going to New, Portfolio Entry. And first I want to give this the title, Concert Reini and Eliza Krijgsman. It's a Dutch name. And again I go to the Advanced Layout Editor. This is a portfolio entry with pictures. So I want to use a color section and a media element. And I want to go for the masonry gallery, and this is what I love about the Enfold theme. I click on it and I want to add some images to the gallery. So I click here and I want to upload the files. Select files, I go to Portfolio, Photos, Reini, Eliza, and I select them all. And as you take a look at the names, Concert, Photography, Krijgsman Family, open them, and you have to rename them. I will skip that for now. And there they are. I add them to the gallery, and I insert them into the gallery. I want to show all the numbers, and you know what, I will save it for now. And I will publish it, and let's see how it looks. So I view the portfolio entry, and this is what I like, the way they pop up. But there are also a few things I don't like, so I will go to the settings and walk through them. I want to show them all. Columns, I like 3 columns, and it's a flexible masonry. What you see, in this case you don't see because all the photos are the same height and width. But if this photo will be longer, for instance, let's try something. Let's add a different picture. add something to the gallery, upload, select file. For instance, this picture. I open it, I add it to the gallery, I insert it in the gallery, save it. Refresh the page. Now I have 3 columns, and what you will see, this one is longer, but if I drag this over here, like this, insert, save, update, and refresh, you will see it's aligning quite nice. So this one is long, so here we have 1 row, but here they're all put together really nicely. So actually it's a smart previewer, because it sees this image is very long, so I'll put all these other images over here. Another way to display things, click here. A perfect grid, that means that everything has the same height and width. Let's show that. Like this. Can also be very nice. And the third one is perfect automatically. So it means it is quite a grid, but the size of the image is always like this. So it is longer, but it's exactly the same height and width like this. I like this a lot because they still have a nice grid view. So let's go to the other settings. I'll leave it as it is. And then a large gap. Over here I like a small gap of 1 pixel. Overlay means that everything is light, and if you hover over it you see the real colors. I don't like it, because if people see this they can think it's really light picture. I don't like it. So I always deactivate it. Lightbox linking, I will show you. Update. And if I refresh the page, you'll see the gap is smaller now. Like this. And no overlay anymore. So I really like this. Because those titles are just for Google, I don't want to show them. So I click once again on Masonry, Gallery. And I say display, neither. So no title, no excerpt. And the colors, we can define custom colors, but we don't need to because we don't have any text. So that's how it works. Really nice. I save it, update it, and of course remove the chocolate photo, edit gallery, like this. And I show you once again how everything looks. In my opinion, it's a beautiful way to show you pictures. If you want to click on the picture, scroll to the right like this. What you see again here is the sidebar. So we can do 2 things. Or I go to the backend to Enfold, to blog layout, to the sidebar settings. To the sidebar on single post entries, I say no sidebar, save all. In that way, on all the portfolio items and on the blog posts, there's no sidebar, which is a good thing in my opinion, like this. And then if we go to the blog posts, and I click here, actually I want a sidebar, so I go to blog, and I go to all the posts, open them in a new tab, press Ctrl Tab, edit post, Ctrl Tab, edit post, Ctrl Tab, edit post. And then at every post I say layout, right sidebar, sidebar blog. And I do that with all the blog posts I made. Update. So every time I make a new blog post, I have to do this, but it's better than doing it every time you have a new portfolio item or a new video you want to add. Okay, I close all these tabs. I go back to my portfolio item. Where is it? Portfolio items. Concert Rini and Eliza. I scroll down because I want to have a featured image. I set it over here. Just take one of the photos. Set featured image. And I want to add a category, of course. So I have 3 categories, main categories. Those are photography, then I have another one, which is films, and which is web design. I uncheck web design and films, and I update it. Now if I go to portfolio, I edit the page, and I go to advanced layout editor, layout elements, color section, content elements, masonry, click on it, select portfolio entries, and I will use them all. And I scroll down. Yes, display sort options, so people can choose between films, photography, and web design. Post number, all. I like to have 3 columns. Order by date, descending order. And here again you have some settings. I will use the perfect automatic. You know what, I will use the perfect grid. 1 pixel gap, no overlay activated. And here at element captions I want to say only display the title, but only when people are hovering over it. So save, update. And now let's take a look at the page. Here it is, Concert Rini and Eliza. Let's create a new portfolio item. I'll do this quick. Again, color section, masonry gallery, add pictures, upload, select files. This is how I work normally. Portfolio, photos, business, select them all, open. I add them all to the gallery. I insert them in the gallery. Select all, 3 columns, perfect automatic masonry, 1 pixel gap, no overlay, Lightbooks linking, element caption, display neither, save it. I add it to the photography. I choose this picture, or you know what, extreme one, this one. And I publish it. Next one, this one is a video. So the title is Apple Photography, Advanced Layout Editor, Color Section, Media Elements, and a video. I click here. This is the link. I save it. I use films. I need a picture, set featured image, upload files, select, go to portfolio, films, grab this one, open, set featured image. You can change the time over here when you published it, but I leave it as it is. The second video, Montana, Netherlands, advanced layout, color section, video, paste it, save it, and then in the future my plan is to make a text block below, and then I say, want to learn how to make a video like this, then check out this video. And that should be a tutorial then, because I want to learn everything I know to all the people on YouTube. I select a featured image, upload files, or one file. It's over here. Set featured image, bring it under films, publish, and now I want to add 2 websites. The first one is step-by-step.nl, advanced layout editor, color section, media elements, an image. Sorry, I'm going very fast. Insert the image, upload files, go to web design, I select them both, and for now I select this file, step by step, insert, and I want to increase this photo when someone hovers over it, and when they click on it, it should go to a link. In a new window, save, under web design, same picture I place over here, publish, and the latest one, add new, jayleecosmetics.com, copy the title, advanced layout editor, color section, media elements, image, click on it, insert the image, over here, insert, increase at mouse hover, link settings, set manually, Jaylee Cosmetics, in a new window, save it, under photography, under web design, featured image, here it is, publish, and now I want to take a look at the portfolio. Here it is. 6 items, and if I want to see all the films, I click on Films, and if I hover over it, you see the title. If I want to see photography, that's how it is, and web design. So if I go to my website, freddykorpshoek.com, that's my company website, and I go to Portfolio, and you can see all those things over here, films, photography, and web design. What I can do, I will show you. I select all, and maybe I want all the videos to be twice the size as they are now in the wide. How can I do that? I click on Montana, Netherlands. I select Edit Portfolio Entry, and here at tags I could say landscape. I edit, I update it, and if I take a look at the portfolio, then it will have a landscape image. But nothing happens, so I go to edit this page, because I have to change the view of the masonry. So I click here. I will slow down now again with teaching. And here it says it's a perfect grid. No matter what I say about landscape, So now I can say perfect manual grid. With landscape and portrait we can change the size of the thumbnail. Update. View page. Right now we see it's white. So what could I do more? You also can make a tag which is called portrait, and then it will be a standing one. So still, if I say films, you see this, photography and web design. So that's how Portfolio works. I really like this. So if I go to Verdi Korpshoek again, I go to Portfolio, and there people can select only the films or photography. And it's all looking really nice. And web design. So that's how it works. And if I go to web design and I click on a picture, and I click on the picture again, I go to the website that I have made in a new tab. So that's how it works. Let's edit our homepage. When people go to verditalks.com, they see this, and let's change that. I'm going to edit the front page. It opens in a new tab. I'm closing the other tabs, and I'm choosing for the advanced layout editor. What I want to do here, if I go to apple.com, I see the logo, a menu, and a call to action. If I click here, I go to a certain link. I want to do kind of the same. So I have my logo, my menu. I don't want anything distracting. So what I do, I go back to the backend, and I'm going for media element for the full screen slider. I click on it, and I want to add a few images. And I go for these images. I insert the images, and I say no scaling, original height and weight. I want to let them fade. Auto rotation every 4 seconds. They may be looped. So from the latest picture I go back to the first picture. If you don't want that, then check this. Slideshow control, minimal. Display a arrow down, I like that. And you can use first slice caption as permanent caption. I'll take a look at that later. I save it, I update it, and if I take a look at the homepage now, this is how it looks like. And I don't like that much. We have an arrow here, which will bring you down, but we have nothing down yet, so it's for later. This is not very clear, but I'm going to work on it. So what I want to do, I want to get rid of this home bar, and I want to get rid of the background of the menu. So I go to edit page, I scroll down here at the right, and I say title bar settings, hide both, and header visibility and transparency, I would like to say transparent and glassy header. I update it, and let's see what happens. I refresh the page, and right now we see our logo is white, the text over here is white, and if I scroll down, then the menu comes back like this. If I scroll up, it looks like this. I like it, but if I have a white background, then I can't read the text over here, so I need to fix something for that. And that's a certain code, you can find it in the description. I go to edit page, I go to enfold, general styling, I scroll down to the quick CSS, and I paste the code over here. Top navigation, transparency, the background of this is 0 by 0 by 0, that means it's black. The transparency is 0.6. I can save that, refresh, And now it's a little bit darker. Like this. So when there's a white background, I still can see everything over here. What I could do, I go back, I close this tab, edit the front page, close this tab. I go to the full screen slider, and I can make a call to action. So I click on the picture. You know what? I will remove all the pictures, except for this one. But for this one, I will upload a picture without text. So I remove this image for now. I change the image. I upload a new file. And it is this one. That will be the background of my home page slider. Change the image. Save, and update, and let's see how that looks on the website. In my opinion, that looks great. So now we want to have a call to action. Edit page, full screen slider, and let's click on the image and go to caption. The caption title, clone yourself in Photoshop. Make it size 25. And the caption text, learn how to clone yourself in a photo using Photoshop. And this can be in size 16. I can have it framed, so let's say left framed, and I can apply a link or 2 buttons. I will go for 1 button, and then I can click here. Then I can say click here for the video. I can change the color here, theme color, and the button should go to a post, which is how to clone yourself in the picture. Open in the same window and save. And save. Update. Refresh. And here you see it, clone yourself in Photoshop. Learn how to clone yourself in a photo using Photoshop. Click here for the video. If I click, I go directly to the video. That's a way to make a call to action on the home page. You see there's a nice animation. And what we can do, we can add a second one. Or we can use a video. I have to be honest, I don't have a video yet for this, but I will use another video to show you how this works. So I say add single image or video. I click over here and I say no image slide, but a video slide. I can upload a video, or I can use a video from Vimeo or YouTube. I use one from Vimeo. I could use an image for if the video somehow will not work, or if someone is visiting the website from a smartphone or a tablet. So the fallback image. Display video in default mode. Yes. Hide video controls. You can mute the video player. I want to loop it and disable autoplay. I want it to start immediately, so I don't check this. You could mute it. I will do so for now. I will save it. And I will bring this on top of the clone yourself background. I save it, update it, and refresh the page. And what you'll see now is a video over here with some really beautiful images. And you can still scroll through the website, and that's how it works. If you go to the right, you go to this. So you can also put on the music by clicking on the video and unchecking this. but I leave it as it is. And if you want to have a video that is not covering the whole page, then go to Edit, Layout Elements, Color section, click over here, go to Section Background, and then scroll down and paste a background video over here. Scroll up, go to Section Layout, Custom Height, and you could say I want it only to be 400 pixels high. Save it. I remove the slider for now. You know what? I click here. I remove the video for now. Save it. Update it. And let's see what happens. You see, now the video comes only like this, which is, in my opinion, also really nice if you want to show some information over here. And what you also can do, go to a content element and you can show all kinds of stuff while the video is playing on the background. So maybe you want to show a few pictures, so you go to Media Elements, Masonry Gallery, click on it, add a few photos. For instance, this one. This one and this one. Add them to the gallery. Insert them into the gallery. Show only 3 in 3 columns. Perfect grid. Large gap. Overlay deactivated. Save it. Update it. Let's see what happens. So you see the video starting on the background. Here are the pictures. The sky is the limit with this WordPress theme. This was just for illustration. What I will do, I will use this one. So I remove all this stuff. It was just to illustrate you what is possible. And then I go to the next thing. I add a color section. Content elements. I go to Masonry. I click over here. I want to show the latest tutorials. So I click on video. I don't want people to sort between the categories. So I say do not sort. I want to show the latest 3 with 3 columns. No pagination. Based on the date, descending, perfect grid, 1 gap, overlay deactivated, element caption, show the title, always display, save it, and let's add a title, special heading, and I say most recent videos, H1, save it, update, refresh. So here you see the call to action. I click here and I scroll down most recent videos. Maybe no text over here. So I say Masonry element captions only on Mousehoover. Refresh like this. I want the title to be in the middle. And then I clone this and I say most recent blog posts, save it, Masonry, and change it to blog, save, update, refresh, So that's how it works. What I like to do here is a beautiful image. Then here is a white background, so I want to have a color background over here. Maybe I want to place something between it. So I could say color section, copy, remove this, change the background, custom height, maybe 300. And the background could be a video or an image. Insert, save it, change the title, first the color, and then click here. My goal with verditalks.com is to learn as much as possible and share my knowledge the best way possible. Quotes. H2, centered, and maybe not too big because I want it to be in one row, one line. 23. Update. And go back to our home page. You see, the background is static. I don't like that. You know what? I will make this bigger. So I make this 35, save it, go to the background and change the background to a parallax one. Save it, update, refresh. Yes. What I want to show you, if you click here, you see, you go to the tutorial, but if you click here, you go to AV section 1. What we can do, if I want people to send them to the most recent blog posts, I go to the backend, I go to most recent blog posts, to the color section, I scroll down and it says for developers section ID. So I want to give this the ID blog posts. I copy this link, I save it, I go to the full screen slider, I click here and at caption I scroll down and says attach one button. I want to attach a second button. The second one is latest blog posts in the theme color. And where should it go? To this link. And let's see what happens. Save it, update it, refresh the page or go to VerdiTalks, to your logo. Now if I click on latest blog posts, I scroll down to most recent blog post. In that way you can give an ID to every content section in your website, on your page, and if you click on it you will scroll to it like this. I want to make this gap bigger. And I want to add more columns. Save it. Same goes for most recent videos. 4 columns otherwise it's too big, I think. 4 columns and a large gap. Save it. I think it looks a little bit cleaner. This is quite big here. Like this. And the latest thing I want to do right now is change this color to a gray color. So I go to Enfold, General Styling, to the Footer tab, and the background will be light gray. Save all the changes. Let's refresh it. Like this. So what do we have? We have a website with a beautiful menu area. If I scroll down, it gets a color. Right here it's white with a beautiful background, transparent. You see a picture with a call to action or to a call to action to your own page. You click here. You go to the most recent videos. If you hover over it, you see when it's created and what the title is. You can click on it and you go to the video immediately. I go back. You scroll down, you see a nice title. You can place a beautiful parallax background. You see it's animating in all the blog posts. If you go there and click on it, you see the blog post over here. And can go to most recent videos or most recent posts. The about page, nice simple text, it animates in. If you hover over the photo, it increases. A nice background with a nice slogan. This is where I teach about. Here you can showcase your clients. My skills, you can show your skills with a nice background. You can let people give a testimonial on your website with a nice picture. We have our video. Here you see the most recent tutorials. You can click on know-how, then you see only the know-how videos, only that category. Or only the reviews. When you go there, you see the most recent posts, most recent videos. We have a beautiful portfolio. You can select only the films, photography or web design. If you go to photography and you click on the picture, you see a beautiful overview of the pictures. If you click on it, you can go through the photos really easily. We have a store we are going to make. We have a blog page, which is looking quite nice. A contact page. And what we can do also, go to the backend, appearance, widgets, and we can add a Facebook like box in our sidebar. Title, like us on Facebook. Grab the link from the footer, the second one. Copy it, paste it, save it. Same goes for the contact page. Like us on Facebook, paste, save it, refresh the page, and here it is, and here it is. So that's how our website looks like right now. Thank you for watching this video. Congratulations, you have made it to the end. You have a beautiful website right now. And if you have any question, please leave a comment. If you like this video, please like it. And if you want to subscribe for more upcoming videos, please feel free to do so. See you next time. Bye bye.